Alrighty, so welcome back. I have a fun new thing today. So in our work folder, I don't have any particular image that I want to edit. What I have are a couple of these pictures that were taken with that Snapchat filter because I can't draw. So I wanted to do like a comic, but I'm bad at drawing. And so I had some people help turn me into an anime character, turn themselves into an anime character, and then I actually downloaded the app to do it on my own. I'm not using it as a social app, just for this filter. It's terrific. So we're gonna make a little comic today. I just grabbed a couple of these ones, and we're gonna hop in to Photoshop, and I'm gonna it's not like a tutorial. This is just sort of how I would make a little comic book. So we're gonna do, I think I have a preset here. Let's do without the preset, why not? So 8.5, we're just gonna do a normal 8.5 by 11 inches. Oh, maybe not. And we're gonna do just normal, like a sheet of paper, right? I almost said a slice of paper. Yeah, we're gonna do a slice of paper. What, 300, I guess, resolution? I mean, you can do 150. It really doesn't matter. I mean, it does actually. It makes a huge difference. So definitely look that up. Background's transparent. That's fine. So we're gonna just hop in here, and it's my slice of paper. So this is the size of a normal sheet of paper. That's what I'm gonna use. We're gonna leave the background. We'll leave the background as solid color. Why not? We'll do a nice white, off-white color, something like that. And then what we'll do, we're gonna go to new guide layouts, like my favorite thing. Right, so this allows you to set specific margins, which is just the space around your paper. In this case, we're gonna do 0.5 inches. And we're gonna do that. Just that way we have ½ inch margin. So if we decide to print this, we can do that. I'm not really gonna come up with any kind of story. I'm just gonna sort of outline how it works. Now, what I'm gonna do for this is I'm gonna leave one panel. So I could do, for instance, like a 2-panel comic, and then in between there I could do like 40 pixels, right, as a gutter. And then, so see, it'll split it in the middle there, and then I can use the marquee tool to grab that and make like a little section if I want, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do this instead. So we're just gonna make one panel there, and this allows me to see that. So if I grab the marquee tool, make a new layer, we'll call this panel, and then if I start to drag here, I can see, if I drag, the closer I get to that line, it's eventually gonna lock into it. See that? I started right here, but it's stuck. It's like magnet, like it magnetically attracted to it. So we're gonna grab from that corner down to this corner, and you see that, and those little pink lines means this is perfectly centered. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill that with white, right? I guess you can barely see it. Let's change this temporarily to like a nice dark gray. And in fact, we can create a new layer. And since we have these layouts, if we grab the gradient tool, this is pretty cool. Let's find like a fun little gradient to do something here. I don't know. Maybe this one? This looks cool. Let's change some of my presets. Let's change that to like a dark blue. Why not? That looks fun. But you can grab this corner and see it gives you that little perfect dot, and then if I just move it close enough to this corner, boop, goes right there. And now you can see I've got this neat little background. So we're done with the guides. We can clear them. If we want them back, we go into guide layout, and it gives us the exact things that we had. It knows 150 pixels because, again, 300 pixels per inch, and I said ½ an inch, so it's half of 300 pixels. Makes sense. Now, I'm going to take this panel and we're going to add a stroke effect. Now this is the cool part, right? So we're going to do 6 pixel outside black stroke, and that's it. You know what? We're going to do 10. 10 seems better. And see, now you've got a nice little thing there, because watch this. This is cool. Since this is a raster layer, we'll go ahead and duplicate it just to make sure we have a non-destructive copy. And then we can take our eraser tool and we'll set it to, say, 80, maybe something like that. No. We'll set it to 52. That looks cool. Oh, that's also, no, that's the eraser. Now what we want to do is we want to do pencil. That way it's completely hard edges, right? And we'll set it to 70. And then anywhere I drag this across, you can see the background come through. But because I have the stroke effect, anything I do in this, look at that, it's got the lines around it without even trying, right? If I turn that off, right, you'll see it's like I'm just erasing it, right? But if I turn that back on, anywhere I erased has that stroke effect. So it's pretty dope. Now, knowing that, I can take the eraser tool and I can click somewhere like this. Just click, single click, and then hold shift and click across the screen. Oop. And look at that. Now I've got little panels in my comics, right? I click there and I can shift click there. And look how simple that is. It's dead stupid simple. And I've already got like an entire comic panel here, right? So, it's that easy. Now we're gonna go ahead and jump into these. So we'll drag a few of these in here. We'll leave them be smart objects, that's no big deal. I missed that one. Yeah, we'll drag it in. Why not? Just that way we have the images on screen. La 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 la. Alright, and then we're gonna go ahead and turn these off for right now. Just that way I've got them, they're here. And then you can just sort of start putting them in. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna turn this one on. And then we're gonna put it here. We're going to change the size up a little bit. There we go. Now, it's another cool thing is that because this is just a rasterized set of chunks, we can take this and then you hold the Alt key and see that little square with the down arrow, or you can of course right click and do create clipping mask. But that makes it so that now I have that in this border, right? Before clipping mask, after clipping mask. Now of course you see it here too, but that's where you can go in and make one of these. And then you grab your lasso tool, hold shift and press the hotkey to cycle between the different versions of it. So it's a little fun thing I learned. And then we're gonna just grab this section of this image and we're going to set that to black. So now we've got our first panel. That simple. Like, it's so easy to make a comic. Again, I'm not gonna make any kind of story to this. Put her in the next one. And if you want to, you can also reduce the opacity a little bit, make sure that it's... Man, I'm kind of making this like a tutorial, aren't I? Oops. I definitely didn't mean to rotate that. Cool. So we'll do that. Increase that a little bit. Move that down. Maybe it is a tutorial. Who cares? Alright. Once again, put that back up. Let's do clipping mask. Oh no. Gotta move it down. Clipping mask. And do that. Of course, the reason I'm doing that instead of rasterizing it and deleting it is non-destructive editing. I can go in and I can move this around now if I needed to. I could like move it, you know, up, and then all I have to do is disable that and it's there, right? La la la. Now, oh, fun, look, I ruined this. Okay, hold on. Forgot that was there too. Probably be covered up by the next comic, but who cares? So there's that, and then we'll do... Oh, I'll do a fun one. Okay. So what is this? There. So we'll do that one. We'll put that here. Okay, make sure it stretches all the different angles. And like, again, these are just pictures that were taken off of Snapchat. Like, it's the easiest thing in the world. Now I want more of me instead of this like blank space here, so I just pointed to it with my fingers. Like, you could actually see it. Stupid. All right, so we're gonna flip it. So that way I get more of me. I mean, more of the character. Clip that down. Now there's another cool little thing I wanna do here. Add a mask. We'll just grab all of this, and then we'll get rid of that. Cool. So what I want to do, I'm going to take this one, I'm going to shrink it down. I'm going to put it in the corner here as sort of like a little extra panel. But I don't want to have gutters. I don't want a gutter in this one. So we're going to show how to do that. But we got 10 pixels there, so what we're gonna do is that we're gonna make that works. Brush tool we're gonna set to the pencil, 10 pixels, black, and then we're gonna just go around it. Shift click. Shift click. Oh no. That doesn't, yeah, move it there. And then we'll do here, because we want the gun in there. And yes, that's a real gun. And yes, it was loaded. Shut up, I was pointing at my computer. It's not a real thing. So we got that. Now, without the image, you can see that it's just a section that's cut off, right? I don't necessarily have the ability to crop this one, or to clipping mask it. So we're just gonna do this. And we're gonna do a Wii selection. We'll do this the easy way. We'll just select the subject. Then we'll inverse the selection, and then we'll set that to black. And look, now we got like a little bit in there. So, you know, this person's like, no, senpai, don't shoot me in the face or whatever. You know, that whole deal. And then, no, there we go. But it's, oh god, it's so easy to make little rubbish Snapchat comics, and I love it so much. Put that there. That seems like as good a place as any. And I'll show the dialogue because I think it's super neato. But you know, oh no, there we go. I gotta do it right, which I don't tend to do. I got confused for a second. Leave me alone. And then, I should have her facing the other way. That's okay. Then we'll do this goofy face. I love what Snapchat does with people's faces. It's literally my favorite thing. That looks good. There, I guess. Oh, hey, that was actually like the perfect width. Cool. All right, and then we'll just clip that down. Yeah, cool. All right, that's what I meant to do, sure. And there we go, we have ourselves a comic. And that took, what, like a few minutes of just clipping and cropping and such. So that we're not gonna use, that we're not gonna use. And the small gutter is just for that. Oh, you know what? It wasn't a gutter, it was a border. So then, oh yeah, dialogue. Now the dialogue's pretty easy. So I downloaded a font called Anime Ace. It is not, like, it's free for just, you know, non-commercial personal use. And it is great, the artist is terrific. But for that, we're gonna go ahead and group all this together and just call that the art. But anyway, I love this font. So we're gonna start a new layer here. We'll just put it there. And we'll do I don't know, whatever. All right. I don't know how Japanese comics are. I don't actually read manga, but you could do this. Let's see, maybe here, because what you want to do is make sure you're not covering up like the main art of the picture. So we'll do that, and then we'll just reduce the size a little bit, and then do that. Cool. Make that a little bigger. And you notice you can't see a thing, right? Wonder if you noticed that. So we'll just, no. That's all we need. And then we'll do like a little, we'll do a, what do you call it? Thing. There. No, you know what? They don't do that, do they? They do something different. They're like something like that, and that needs to be larger. And we're gonna, I don't know, tilt it, I guess, and we'll make it a different color, like a magenta or something. Sure. Seems as good as anything. And then we just, okay. I could probably speed this part up, but I don't care. And you know, we'll just leave that stupid face by itself, because that's my stupid face. So anyway, we got all the text here. There's different ways you can do it. I tend to keep it as its own text layer, but you can rasterize it, you can group it, whatever you want to do. Main thing is, underneath it, we're going to create a new layer. And this is, again, probably the easiest thing possible. So you can take the marquee tool, if you want, as a square, and you can just drag around that. Now we've got angled borders here, so I would maybe do something like this. All right, hold the shift key, and then you're bound by 45-degree angles. And just boop, 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 and then go ahead and complete it. And now, fill with white. And that's it. That's it. That's all you do. And then we'll do marquee tool, and we'll switch it to a circle. We'll make her dialogue that, right? And we'll do the same thing down here. You just drag that around wherever you want it. All right. And then, see, this is too far away from the edge. I want it to be closer. And then, because it's angled, we'll go ahead and do that. Now you'll notice, if you're cheeky, oh, I had the wrong layer. See, I selected on Angry Words. There we go. You'll notice that the thing is going over top of the borders here, so we'll fix that in a moment. It's actually pretty simple. We're gonna open this, we're gonna move it down to about there, and then we're going to clipping mask it, just like everything else. And look, it falls right into the borders. So the borders are still there. Perfect, they're fine. Another cool thing, you notice that there's just plain white, right? So we're gonna do a stroke. Now I can do 10, we're gonna do like maybe 5, right? So it's just a little bit thinner. But you can see now that I've got that, and of course it's not pointing at anyone. It's another important thing about dialogue, you wanna know when it's doing that. So a couple ways you can do that. I do it this way because it's easy, is I just grab the little tool here and then I just click somewhere, doesn't matter where. And I just do like, and I do that, I guess. Make a little angle point and then close it off, and boom. And because you have the stroke effect, it does that, like gangster. For this, we'll do like a pen tool. So then we'll do like that, and we'll do like maybe that, and then. No, wait. I think maybe that'll look okay. I'm new to the pen tool, so probably shouldn't be using it in like a actual thing. But you get the idea, right? If you're better at this than I am, just go ahead and do better. That looks good. It's just, it doesn't look thin enough. I think that's fine. And then we'll go ahead and just finish that up. Then we'll select that, and on here, we'll fill with white. And look at that. That's a little, I don't know what that is. We're gonna ignore that. Eraser tool. Hey, look at that, perfect, right? So you can do that, or of course, you can grab your brush, set your foreground color as white, and then just draw some lines. Much less clean, it's actually pretty awful. And we'll grab the eraser tool, and then we'll just clean that up best we can. Looks horrible, that's okay, it's me. It's to be expected. And there you go. That's how you make a cute little quick comic. That's how I do it. And that's how you can do it too. So, if anybody does, leave a comment and show us your work.